I'm Colin Shantz with Coppertree Solutions, and today we're going to talk about your IT physical. How do you measure success in IT in your organization? One of the challenges that people have in measuring success is that there's no clear KPIs, or there's no clear numbers that they can reach for to let them know what the situation is with their IT. They might ask their internal IT person, or they might ask their vendor, what's the status? And the answer you probably get is things are good. Or maybe there's a few things that you need to work on, but there's really no clear metric. Ultimately, when I ask people what they want from technology, it's always the same. I just want it to work. I want to know that our risks are managed. I want to know that we have the right technology. In order to make sure that you get that result, there's things that you need to be looking at. There's processes that need to be done. There's maintenance that needs to happen. There's planning that has to happen. But really what people are looking for is that one metric. How do you know what the health of your infrastructure is? So one of the things Coppertree has done is we put together something called an IT health score, or an IT physical, if you will, that looks at all these different aspects of IT within your organization. And it measures the health. How do you stack up against these best practices? What's the state of your current firewall configuration? When you look at any organization, whether you're a manufacturing company or an engineering company or a law firm or an insurance company, at the end of the day, the technology that is in your organization is very similar. Everybody has firewalls, everybody has wireless, everybody has email and backups and printers and all that. And so what we've done is we put together best practices for each piece of technology that our clients use, and we go through our clients' infrastructure once a month and compare it against those best practices and say, how do you stack up? What's the current health of your IT infrastructure? And ultimately what you get is a score. So you're 99% aligned, or you're 70% aligned. And it's something that, as an executive in the organization, you can use that as your one measurement on the health of your IT. So we look at that typically. We do the measurement every month, and then we sit down every quarter at our VCIO meetings, and we go through the health report. And oftentimes, one of the first things that our clients will look at is they'll turn to the page with the score, and they'll say, "Oh, we're 99%. Things are pretty good." Or maybe they were 99 and now they're 97, and so they're looking at, okay, what are the recommendations, and how do we get back up to the higher score? So it's a really helpful tool for an executive to be able to understand the situation in IT in their organization. A good IT partner will put information in front of you that allows you to make good business decisions. And one of the key measurements that you need as a leader of your organization is to know what is the situation in IT. And most people aren't super familiar with the technology. They don't view themselves as IT savvy, but ultimately they need a way to measure it, and they need a way to know what's going on. So one of the things we've done with our clients is we give them a score. We give them that health score. You're 99% out of 100. You're 87% out of 100, whatever the case may be. And it's really used by our clients as a tool to either they look at it and they say, yeah, we're 99% and we're good, or they look at it and say, okay, maybe there's a few things that we need to decide here, and there's some things that need to be addressed. So if we give you a score of 87% or 93%, that'll come along with some recommendations. So you're 93%, and here are the 5 recommendations that we think you should be looking at to get back up to that score. And ultimately, these are business decisions. These are not technical recommendations. These are decisions that, maybe there's been some new developments in the security landscape, and we're recommending a different security tool for some aspect of your organization. And so we'll put it in front of you as a business decision. Is this something that here are the pros and cons. Here's the cost. Here's the benefit. Is this something that you think you should address right now? And most business leaders, you don't know what you don't know. So if there's nobody telling you these things, there's no way to know that you should be addressing them, and they just get ignored. So when you have that health score, you can look at it every month or every quarter and say, yeah, we're good. Or maybe I need to be focusing on this a little bit more, and maybe we need to be moving forward some of the recommendations that are in front of me. As we work with our clients, one of the things that Coppertree takes responsibility for is the IT strategy and really all things IT. So our clients look to us to give them good recommendations. They look to us to stay on top of the latest changes in technology. They look to us to bring those back to them and let them know if there's something that they should be taking advantage of or something that would be beneficial in their organization. Probably the best example of that in the last number of years has been the changing security standards. There's things we do today that a number of years ago or even a year ago we just didn't need to do. And the world has changed, and so one of our responsibilities is putting those things in front of our clients and letting them know what the options are. So when there is something new that comes out, we evaluate it and we look at it and we say, is this something that our clients could leverage? Is this something that would be beneficial to them? And maybe it is for some clients and it's not for others. But it's really, we understand the business, we understand where our clients are trying to go. When we have our quarterly VCIO meetings, we're discussing not just the technology, but also the business. And really, when we know what they're trying to achieve, when we know what the goals are, it allows us to make good recommendations and to help our clients make good decisions. When we do our monthly technology alignment visits, one of the things that we're doing is we're seeing how our clients' infrastructures stack up against our best practices. And our list of best practices is really our gold standard of how an IT infrastructure should look. So we have documented best practices for every piece of technology that our clients use, whether it's their network infrastructure, their server infrastructure, or their cloud infrastructure. There's a best practice associated with that, and we know that when we align our clients with those standards and we get them set up in that optimal state, everything will just work, and our clients will get the experience that they're looking for. When we ask leaders what they want from technology, the answer is always the same. The answer is, I just want it to work. I want to sleep at night knowing that our risks are managed. I want to know that we have the right technology in place for our organization, and if there's new tools out there that we could be leveraging, I want to know about them so that I can look at them and consider whether they might be valuable in our organization. Coppertree's success is tied to the success of our clients. So if we do a really good job in aligning your infrastructure and getting it to a spot where it just works, that's good for you because everything just works. And it's also good for us if we're spending less time doing reactive support because our clients aren't calling us because everything's working. Ultimately, our margins will go up because of that. And so it really aligns our interests. We want the same things. We want to get you to that spot where everything just works and your risks are managed. And that's good for both of us. I'm Colin Shantz with Coppertree Solutions. Thanks for joining us today as we talk about your IT physical. To learn more, please visit our website at coppertreesolutions.ca.